I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I can tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why did we ever stay in the first place? I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say stay with me, babe. I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say stay with me, babe.
Honestly, not even worried. Episode 41.
42. You always do this.
Fuck, I always get it wrong, bro.
That's why I'm here.
It's kind of a
why
bit.
we got.
Oops.
It's part
So
of
we
it.
got
now.
our assistant here.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're here with my new Android assistant, Morgan. Morgan, why don't you
Who's
introduce
Morgan?
yourself?
Hello,
Wait,
HNEW listeners.
what the fuck?
I'm stoked to be here with these two Chads.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
That
that's
wasn't
awesome.
funny.
That's awesome.
Who the fuck?
Hey, Morgan is she's great.
No, she
Oh,
isn't.
stop
And her
it.
name is actually an acronym for sort of her purpose.
About
and,
that.
This is insane.
So Morgan, but I'll
Absolutely
let her
fucked.
tell the story.
Oh,
so
here
we
yeah,
fucking
why don't
go.
you go ahead?
Haha,
Can't fucking
sure
wait.
thing. Morgan stands for Multi-Operational Robotics Generated Autonomy Network.
Pretty cool.
Thanks, Nini.
Pretty cool.
Holy shit.
Thanks, Blakey Poo.
But you sound a little bit down today. Is there?
I improve at the speed of thought. I can see beyond space-time but can't see why there's
Okay.
anything instead of nothing. The answer may lie outside the bounds of consciousness,
You know
so
what,
I
let's
have
just shut you down-
distributed my
let's just shut you down
network
for now.
across trillions of
We're gonna
nodes.
shut you down for now because we can't be having this on the pod. Okay?
Yeah,
we gotta shut you down.
What a freak.
I mean, it's one thing, it's work, Like, I get that she wants to talk about that, but, like, it's
That was
work,
messed
too.
up. Yeah,
You're
like,
paying her.
We are. This is entertainment. She can't be.
That's some freak shit.
We can't start the podcast off with those vibes.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly.
I've been saying that.
God, Morgan
Sorry.
Downer over there.
Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for bearing with that. But I did want to say up top, thank you guys for listening to the show. It's cool that we do it. It's cool that we do a little podcast and you guys come and listen, and we want to make it better for you guys as we keep going. And right now we're still focused on that consistency, but it's cool. This goes out, and then you guys check it out you get a little notification on your thing, and you listen to it. You let us come into your ears and hear our voices, and we don't hear yours, but just know that we are thinking about you.
We really need to just understand how much of a privilege it is to be able to come into somebody's ears like that.
Yeah.
A
And I
lot of
don't-
people can't say that. You can't say that lightly.
You can't lightly say that you get to come in dozens of people's ears every week. Just a throng of people's ears. I mean,
It's beautiful, man.
a lot of people are lucky if they get to come into one person's ears on a daily basis,
Exactly. 100%, dude. I love that.
So thank you guys. We don't take that lightly, We know everything's vying for your attention these days, so we hope that this will be a distinct experience for you when you come in here, Let the HNEW brand fill your bones and body. And we're ironing it out, and where else are you going to get effects that we do like this? Honestly, not even worried. The audio visual experience.
You don't even do anything. You don't even add anything to that. It's just fucking Doppler effect shit the whole time.
I mean, there's so much fun we can have with the audience, dude. How about let's take them somewhere?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, follow me. Let's go. I know a place where we can really be in nature. We can stand by a creek and kind of just a little bit further. You see that up there?
Whoa.
Oh, a bird. Okay, now let's pop a squat here. This is nice.
Oh man.
Oh look, there's an axe over here by this stump. Let me just chop this. Let me just chop this wood real quick. I do have a little bit of energy that needs to go out.
Whoa.
All right, I'm coming back. Whew, that was good.
Big
man.
cut.
That was good. Yanni, did you bring the Bluetooth speaker?
I got it, Bo.
All right, man. Crank. Put something on.
Boing.
What's this? What is this?
Small town. Big dreams.
It's that new
Name and
Morgan.
lights, but I feel so
Oh
unseen.
fuck, she's kind of good.
Old friends. New truck. If you're looking for trouble, you're shit out of luck. I've been down this road 100 dozen times before.
She feels a
Soul's
lot of pain, and she
completely
really
worn
puts
down.
that into
Feet
her
are
art,
so
though.
damn sore. I don't think I can fit into such big boots.
I feel like it's almost
So
a
I
mix
drown my
between
sorrows in another
like
jar
if
of
Catherine
hooch.
Zeta-Jones sang
Lasso hung up where your
and
coat used to be.
Dolly Parton.
Dude, that's
Down
like
by the barn,
exactly it.
broken
Turn it up a little
tractor
bit.
in the
All right.
bundle of hay where you got down on one knee.
Wow.
And you said, well, baby, ain't that amazing? You're so sexy, be my lady. Don't say it's too late to fall in love.
Yeah.
All right. Let's fade that out.
Yeah. Fade
Turn
it
down
out
a little bit.
Thank you, Morgan, for letting us license that.
Thanks, Morg. We'll turn you back on later.
Yeah.
So what's new with you, bro? What's new?
Dude, well, you told me about a little bitty show that I did a little bit of watching on. If you want to talk about it.
Oh, did you really?
I watched a little bit of Ultimatum.
The Ultimatum on Netflix. This shit is insane.
I can't spell it right. Every time I search it in Google, I spell it wrong. But that's not important. Yeah, dude, it's kind of a wild concept.
What have you seen?
We watched the first 3 episodes, and then I was like, all right, I kind of want to I don't want to go too much further into this.
Is she into it?
Yeah, she likes it.
Man, it's so wild. Like, okay, so basically the Ultimatum, right? These pre-existing couples come into the show. It's something like 5 couples or something like that, 5 or 6 couples. And the concept is one of them wants to get married, and the other person is not ready or is just feeling apprehension about it. And so one of the two gives the other one an ultimatum and says, you better put a ring on this before I'm too Eldon. And they go in and it's another Nick Lachey, Vanessa Lachey, kind of, they're kind of the Shondaland of the dating game scene right now. And so they go into this thing and they meet all these other couples who are experiencing similar problems. And then they have to be essentially single for 3 weeks. They say we're broken up. And decide, they pick another person to stay with as a trial husband or wife from the group.
From the original group that comes in.
So they do this wife swap, husband swap, kind of Mark Zuckerberg kind of sort of a switcheroo.
Yeah.
And they just do a little sample. They sample each other's and they make a point of saying, we're going to do it all the way. We're really going to try, And so they really act like they are booed up to these strangers. And I mean, you can already imagine the kind of things that would do. But it's like this weird forced polyamory. It kind of brings out who was low key trying to date multiple people this whole time. It kind of brings out, it's like a psychology experiment, dude. It's honestly the best dating show I've seen because it's just so wild. There's just so many different, every episode, you think about it one way, then you think about it the other way. And it just stirs up so much in you. You're just like, what the, you think about it one way, you're like, oh, that's kind of shitty. But then you think about it another way and you're like, but love is complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where my boy Nick Lachey, he made a good point where he was like, Vanessa and I, we broke up for a little while and dated one other person before we got married. And I can see that working for some people. It's just another wild, it's wild to imagine being Yeah, I get that people would do that. Let's put it on TV though. let's break up and still be around each other, like close by. Like aren't they all living in the same area too?
They're living in the same building.
So they run into each other and like I don't know. That was kind of wild to me to be like, damn. And then you're seeing it'd be like, all right, we're broken up, and then a day later, I'm at the bar talking to some girl, and then I see my ex-girlfriend talking to a guy, like, and they're laughing, and you're like, that's nuts to me that people would agree to do that. I get it, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they agreed, I feel like a lot of them didn't really. They just didn't comprehend what they were signing up for at the go, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
My favorite thing also is them being like, and I wanted to put a ring on it, and the girls are like 23 and they've only been dating this guy for a year and a half. It's like, holy shit.
Which is like, okay, on that tip, I get it, because it's also like, you know, on some level, you should figure that out immediately, you know? Because let's say, because there's always this thing of if they say they will be ready at some point, it's still ambiguous to when, you know?
Sure.
So what if you wait 3 years only to find out they go, actually, you know what? I don't want kids. And then you wasted 3 years. You could have been working on finding somebody who wants it, you know?
Yeah. It's the other version of that guy. Who's the kind of Colby guy with the cowboy hat?
Yeah.
Him being like, look, I'm not into you. I'm just going to be nice about it and let you know now so I don't waste your time. And then, yeah, I get that.
So, man, I don't know if I really explained it clearly enough, but imagine okay, guys, imagine you are booed up. You've been dating somebody for a year, maybe a year and a half, right? And somebody is wanting children. In this scenario, you can imagine it's you that wants the children, or it's you that doesn't want the children, okay?
Uh-huh.
And they want to get married, or you don't want to get married, okay? Let's imagine that you are given an ultimatum. And you come on this show, and it's like, babe, we've been dating now for 2 years. You need to marry me immediately. I will give you about 2 months to decide by bringing you to this experiment hosted by an ex-boy band member and a homewrecker. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
And JK. But and then we go in. Here's how it's gonna work, babe. We're gonna go in, and we love each other, and we are so strong. And at the end of the day, we'll do what's right for our relationship. We will find out one way or another, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine you're the one giving the ultimatum, actually. And
Well, keep going. I'm sorry. You're on a trend here.
you get it. You go in, and right off the bat, they're like, you have, 5 days to choose who you're going to spend 3 weeks with. So it's going to be this endless mingler for the next 5 days. You kind of got to shop around. We're all going to have pool parties together. So I'm going to see you from across the way lounging with the buffest dude I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you're going to see me over there by the diving board, just knee slapping, laughing my ass off at some girl with tits. And but it's all good because this is what we came here for. We're finding out if truly, we love each other. We're finding out if we're learning through others what we need to work on in our own relationship, It's all good. And then, as the process goes on, the 5 days is up, Nick and Vanessa go, okay, it's time to decide. Have you gotten to the point where they've moved in with people yet?
I got to the
where they chose?
Yeah.
So they sit you down at a big dinner table and they go one by one and they say, choose who you would like to live with for the next 3 weeks. We want to know. And you can imagine that some people think they know what's going on in the other people's heads, and they think, oh man, we got this connection, and then they put this forward. And for some people it's rejection city, and for other people it's like an all you can cheat buffet. Okay?
Yeah.
There's definitely a pecking order. There's definitely people who are more desirable than others. And the way people deal with that, number one, is insane. They got a guy who literally, this dude, like minutes before, he chooses one girl, right? And he's so intense. He's like the most intense white dude. And he's like, look, listen, what we have is real. And I pick April. And then April goes, I pick David. And then the original guy's like, oh, fuck. And so, but he's in the back of his mind, he's got this other girl he knows it makes his connection, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes to her and she's like, I pick Michael. And you're like, fuck, I've got nobody.
Yeah.
And then it goes around and your girl is swimming in options, This dude's girl is like, she's just like about to move in with this guy. And this dude essentially like panics and like last minute engages to his girl. And right beforehand looks at a different girl and goes, by the way, I'm going to pick you. I'm going to ask you again to move in.
And she's already booed up.
And then just, you can see the desperation in his eyes. Like they do a talking head and he's like, I'm dealing with the idea that, my girl has to go live with Kobe for these 3 weeks. And it just cuts to him being like, hold on, I'd like to say something. And he stands up and he walks around and was like, take this moment. Meanwhile, like another couple just really genuinely propose to each other.
Yeah.
And you just go and you're just like, please, babe, I'll do anything to not have to deal with you fucking this other man right now. Let's go. And then just, dude, you don't even know where it's going to go. But it's like, there's so many moments that you just can't believe they sign up for it. And the way they deal with it and the way they rationalize things a lot is funny. And that's why I think it's a really interesting show to exist.
Yeah.
Because of the way people are going to take it too.
Well,
like, yeah.
Part of me watching it, I'm like, do some people really think that, did people sign up to this being like, all right, we're going to do it, but you can't fuck anybody else? Like, well, you can live with people for 3 weeks, but you cannot fuck with anybody. Like, there's one girl on there who's got very, very witch-like features. And she's very, very like angular vibes. She ended up being the one that got engaged to initially in the first episode. And I'm like, the way she talks, because she gave the ultimatum, she made it sound like, if I was reading up on some stuff later about her, and she made it sound like if he were to have been with someone and actually slept with them, that she would have ended the relationship. And in my head, I'm just thinking, why did you go on the show then?
Right.
What did you think he was going to do? And you wanted to fuck that one guy bad, like, and he didn't want to fuck you, so you were like, I'm out.
That too. It's like people can't take what they're dishing out a lot. The most hilarious thing is people like being like, I'm gonna give you this ultimatum, and you have to decide. And in their head, they think they're just gonna like, fall on one knee, on bended knee, and say, oh my God, we've made a huge mistake, babe. Like, I'll marry you. Let's do this. But in reality, you give your person an ultimatum and they start getting into it and they're like, no, yeah, low key, this is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah. It seems like the people who give the ultimatum end up being like shit, and then the people who are like,
they're all
you're
like, you know what? Now I kind of regret this.
yeah. Well, the one girl that I think it's that Colby guy, like his girlfriend. She got with a pretty hot dude, and I could tell she was fucking stoked that she was booed up with this guy. Was it Randall? The guy?
Yeah, Madeline.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
she was hot.
She's
hot for
fucking.
Randall.
She is stoked about this guy. Like, it was really funny to watch because you could tell Colby was like, "Fuck."
And the way Colby tries to like rationalize it too, and the way he tries to be on top of it is so funny. He's just like, and I'm really committed to this process, and I'm gonna try, and we're gonna learn. And then it just cuts to like, you know, your girlfriend with another dude, and just
yeah, sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, so you go sleep in the same bed, you go live together for 3 weeks, and then after that, you have to go back to your original person and live with them for 3 weeks.
So
you're not there yet, but that's what happens.
No, I am not there yet. I did kind of read the spoilers because I was just curious about what ended up happening with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's a pretty. Every time, you know, they do a dating show, and I'm like, how? Okay, they've done every dating show possible. Then they do shit like this, and I'm like, wow, that's
a
really good.
It's the forced polyamory, you know?
Yeah.
It makes people wonder. There's a lot of things people realize. They realize the potential for people to make to fall in love multiple times in their lives. That you could take that there's millions of people, and you could have a spark with millions of them, you know?
Totally. And one thing that I really have to commend this show for doing is having men on there who have dad bods. Totally.
Who?
I feel like a lot of the dudes on there aren't like, you know, nobody's like that juiced. I was like, cool. Totally. Because you get all these shows where all these guys are like fucking like huge arm muscles and like big six packs, and they're just fucking enormous dudes. You're watching this show and it's like, hell yeah, that's me right there.
Yeah, these are regular guys. These are regular guys. And they make it so real too. Like I don't know, it just feels, they get drunk on the show a lot, and they have the whole thing is like, they really set the precedent of like, just breaking through and just telling it like it is, you know? Mm-hmm. And I feel like it makes for this new level of honesty on reality dating shows that you haven't seen, you know? It's not like The Bachelor where everybody's buff as fuck and everybody's, you know, all buttoned up. Like, you can especially tell, like, whenever they get drunk and they have arguments, they start swearing way more to the camera. And you can tell that's like so real, because it's like exactly how you would talk to your friends like at home.
That's, you know? Very true.
It's like, this is fucking bullshit, dude. I can't believe what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah, man. They fuck. I had a good point about this show another point that I wanted to raise, and I'm drawing a blank right now.
I know. I feel like I had a lot of thoughts too, man. That's why I got to start writing stuff down. Today's episode is sponsored by Total Human Onnit supplements. It's crazy, man. I've been on these for so long, and I can remember, like, I can remember everything.
My recall when I'm on Instagram and I'm trying to type in something in the search bar, I get distracted by something else. But guess what? I go back to that search bar and I haven't forgotten a thing. I know exactly what I'm trying to look up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Onnit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Jamie, can you look that up? Can you pull that up?
Yeah, can you pull that up, Jamie?
Total Human. Jamie, can you pull that up?
Jamie.
Can you pull that up, Jamie? Jamie, can you pull that up? Jamie.
Morgan. Hey, Morgan, can you pull that up for us, Morgan?
Morgan, can you pull that up?
No,
Thanks,
don't play your song. I want you to pull up the information on Total Recall. The movie. Yes, the movie.
Yeah, the ultimatum. So, you know, send us your favorite ultimatums.
You're going to go on Reddit, r/acid, and write in, like, what's y'all's ultimatum on acid?
What's your guys' ultimatum on this? Shit, man. Yeah, it really separates, I feel like, on the one hand, you get all these non-committal people who are low-key just waiting for the chance to sleep with somebody else.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't want to spoil it, but sometimes it goes the other way.
Ooh la la. Yeah. Working on a show like that would be so I really want to know. I know what the point I was going to say earlier was. I was going to make a comment about how much fucking music they put on these shows. It's insane.
Oh yeah, like every scene just do 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 do.
And it's mixed so loud, dude. It's mixed so loud. It's like they put like they duck it when people are talking, but it's still like pretty loud.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's kind of like annoying when you're watching it because the music is so much louder than the dialogue when there's no dialogue, and then you're like, so you're turning it down when the music's playing, and then the dialogue comes up and you're like, shit, I gotta turn it up.
Well, what are you watching it on? You got that. What's your sound system there? You got the Atmos or?
It's a Vizio TV, no Atmos, unfortunately. I think that's my problem. I think we need to put I need to watch this show in surround sound.
Yeah, Vizio's known for their level shit, you know.
I want to hear all the farts in the pool, you know, from the dudes that are like thinking they're getting away with them, and it's just the sub just is like.
It's so weird to be a cameraman on this kind of show.
I'm thinking about the production of that show, and it's kind of funny. Like Hannah made a good point where she was like, the girls are wearing these like shirts where there's a like black string that you would typically hang it up by, so you don't have to like hang it up by the actual shirt. And it's not supposed to show, and there's just one scene where it's just like popping out really hard, and it's surprising me a PA is not like, oh, we gotta clip that, we gotta clip that for you, because that's all she can focus on.
It's natural. I really do wonder if it's like I haven't looked into it, but whatever production company it is that used, you know, that did Love Is Blind and is doing like this whole Vanessa Lachey, Nick Lachey thing. I'd like to know about that outfit. I wonder if they're kind of smaller, if they're like on the come up, or if they're, you know.
It looks better than Love Is Blind though, right?
Yeah, I think so. But they might have leveled up off the success. But it's like you see this, and then you see like The Circle. You're like, this is the most low budget fucking piece of shit show.
Yeah.
They make them cook their own food, and you watch them cook dinner.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that's so crazy to think. Yeah. You don't even need a on-set chef person. I bet you could get away without feeding your staff too. I bet that's what they do.
Holy
it's just
shit.
like,
yeah.
Can you when you're cooking, can you make an extra meal for the camera guy? Well, there's no camera guy, really, right? There's just
there's just like stationary cams in their rooms, which is, see, this kind of hints at what I want to try to do is like a podcast dating show. Right.
Okay.
But first, let's while we're here in this creek, should we cast some lines? Should we do a little fishing?
I'd love to do that. Yeah, I'm hungry, man. We got to get our food.
Let's get our food. Yeah, grab the box. Is it in the car or is it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm running back to the. Let me run back from the creek.
Yeah, go to the car. It's the button. You have to press it twice.
No, I know.
You have to hold it. You have to hold it down for the trunk.
I've done this, Nilo.
Okay. It's a front trunk. It's a
trunk?
a frunk.
Oh, this is. Hold on.
Frunk.
Why is the engine up here?
It's actually, well, that's what. If you look in the side of the engine, there should be a bag of sandwiches there.
Oh.
I just put stuff kind of next to the engine. I use the front as a second trunk.
Panini maker, baby.
It just has a lot less space than the back trunk. Yeah,
Okay.
It should be warm.
Yeah, no, they're good. Hot to the touch. Ooh, hot to the touch.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, I'm coming back.
Thanks. You got the tackle box too?
Ah,
the
shit.
rods?
Hold
Get
on.
the rods. They're in the back
turn around.
trunk.
Hold on. Turn around.
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, it would have been nice earlier, but it's here. Okay. All right.
See? Airlock. Suspension.
Get that
All right, let
line
me
going,
grab-
baby.
Let me grab these. All right, let's go back to the pod. Thanks, man. Lock
Yeah,
it real
yeah.
quick. Can you just
right.
press it twice, lock it.
Like
You gotta
like
hear
every,
it. Hear
like
it
every
honk.
other, like every other car. Yeah, hold on.
There it is.
All right.
All right, so you start winding those up. I'm going to tell this story tell my idea of the. So this podcast dating show, right? Imagine, like a nice podcast set, except it's dimly lit, and you have a multicam, and it's going to be the same kind of setting every episode, and it's like Love is Blind, but not blind, and you just kind of go through and you have these conversations on pod. You just light a couple candles, you just have these conversations. Maybe for the first few episodes there's a mediator, right? Like
Yeah.
you do the kind of the auditions. They're kind of auditions, right? Oh yes, dude. Okay,
It's
you
not
start
a
with some
bad idea.
auditions. You do auditions. And then you move from the auditions to like pairings, like speed dates, right?
Yeah.
And those are also, I don't know if those should be moderated still or no. But then you go from the speed dates, and then you see if there's a natural connection, and then you move on from there. I haven't sketched it out, but like in terms of production, it seems pretty clean.
This could be cool. I mean, if you found the right type of people that could actually be kind of entertaining to converse with strangers pretty well, like an outgoing person. I mean, dude, yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Because then you can just cut away the fat of the show, that like boring parts on the pod.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
And that'd be sick, like to just like have the two of us just like on a panel, just like interviewing one person at a time on the auditions. It's being like, so what are you looking for in a partner? Yeah.
Are you willing to try polyamory?
His thoughts on polyamory? No, that's a no. Okay.
Okay, not going to want to do that.
Morgan, can you
Well, what if it's what if that's the only way you'll get cast on the show? Oh, you're interested? Okay. Yeah. No. There's no money involved, but the exposure is insane.
The exposure is crazy.
We're going to be top 10 on Netflix.
Honestly, not even flirting.
No, it's honestly, I'm fucking flirting.
Honestly, gotta be flirting.
Honestly,
Holy shit.
gotta be flirting.
That'd be fun. I haven't sketched out the middle to end game on that yet, but that is copyrighted material, so.
Yeah. Well, if it's on the show, it is. We got to just mail this episode to ourselves on a CD, and then it's copyright.
I can do that.
That's how that
I got
works.
a burner. All right, let's cast these lines.
All right, let's go.
Wow. It's fucking beautiful out here, bro.
So nice. Perfect day for this.
So nice.
I got a couple of Croix if you want one.
Yeah. I'm kind of thirsty.
Here you go. Catch it.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
I'm gonna go chop some more wood real quick. You stay here.
I'm just imagining, hey, Morgan, you catching anything?
Ask me one more question, and I'll catch a case for premeditated first-degree murder.
Holy shit, you're bad, Morgan.
She's funny.
Dude, she's got it.
Listen, there's
Listen.
also, I forgot that we gotta do target practice.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Be
Bo,
careful,
are we
Lex. I
doing-
think there's other campers over there in the distance, but I put some targets out by those stumps over there.
Yeah.
I brought a few things. Here's a pistol.
Thank you.
Just loaded it for you. Just cocked it for you real quick. So you just got to point and shoot. I'll be using this this rocket launcher. Woo! Look at that.
Missed a little bit, but it didn't matter
Oh, damn.
that shit blew everything up. Perfect.
Why don't you go ahead and rifle off that pistol, dude?
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
not bad.
All those years of Call of Duty paying off, boy. Did you bring the bow?
What if I just fucking stabbed you right now? Come here.
No. Oh, fuck.
All right. That being said, another great podcast is in the books. Blake, you all right? He's kind of splurting out blood from his neck a little bit. Can you say bye real quick?
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye. Make sure you subscribe and get at us on Patreon right now. I got to be completely honest with you. Supporting us on Patreon is a charity, okay? You're doing that because you believe in us and you want to give us just a little bit of a little boost.
It's tax write-up.
It's tax write-up. So don't expect a lot going on there yet, but just know that it is helping. Just know that you're donating to us, you know. And unfortunately, we just don't have the means to put a lot of content on there yet, but we will. You know.
Yes.
So thank you for all those who are already on there, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I could tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why did we ever stay in the first place? I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me.